Hey, Vonda.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What's happening?
Not much. I've had my little grandson this week. He's going to a little church camp. He's 5, so just dropped him off.
My grandson's 5 also, or about to be.
Nice.
Yeah, next month.
Very
So it
cool.
looks like you've been busy.
I have. Thank goodness it's picking up.
Well, tell me some good news.
Yeah, so 1 week on my Plano listing and it's going good. Um, Lots of positive feedback. I thought we'd have an offer already, but it's probably one coming soon. And then I got a new listing last night from one of my clients that bought with me 5 years ago. And it's a great property in Wiley. It's on a huge lot in a neighborhood that backs up to acreage with big trees, and they put in a great pool, and there's
Right.
nothing like it on the market. So
Very nice. All right,
yes, excited about that one.
cool.
And then
So you got that one signed already?
I'm sending it over to him today. So we
Cool.
worked out the details last night, and so sending it over to him to sign everything.
Awesome. You're
Yes.
rocking and rolling.
Then I got another listing appointment tomorrow morning, um, on a Zillow call in Saxe. So
Sexy.
yeah, that guy unfortunately is a little upside down. It looks like he bought in uh
Oh,
22, is trying to sell, so got to figure out his motivation for selling.
it was a new construction, pretty new.
No, it was just like a multiple offer paid to, it was listed for 509. He paid 535, and it doesn't look like it could sell for that right now.
Wow.
So,
Huh. Is it an
um,
older house?
it was built in like let's see here. No, it's not too old. It was like 20, let's see, he bought it in 2020 and it was built in like 2018. So it was newer.
Well, that's pretty new. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see if
Is
he's
the
done.
neighborhood, are they still building in the neighborhood or is it done?
Um, there are a few left in that neighborhood. Woodbridge is huge. So
Probably why the
see,
value hasn't gone up.
yeah,
Still competing against new
yeah.
construction. Hard.
Got to see if he's done any improvements to it. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So what's Matari Media?
Matari Media is that one that I paid like $3,900 up front for,
Oh.
and I'm supposed to be getting um
Hmm.
4 leads a month,
Yeah, we did talk about that,
and
didn't we?
you're supposed to have 30 leads in 6 months and a guaranteed sale. And I get the first sale that I get, I don't pay any fees. I get my money back on the leads as I go, but I've only got I've only got 9 leads from them in 4 months. So I have an appointment set up to talk to them later this afternoon to see what else we can do.
Is there something you're supposed to be doing or is it all?
Um, yeah, they just set up phone call appointments for me, and that's considered a lead.
So all you do is call the appointments when they set them up?
Yeah, and try to convert them. I also so they get the leads by my Facebook ads. So I also pay $30. What is it? It's like $200 a month for Facebook ads, Facebook and Instagram ads, but my listings are out there on those ads. So I'm getting some more, leads on social media from that too.
Right.
Um, but yeah, haven't had too much luck converting those. Or I got one that I had an appointment set up with to show houses all day on Sunday, and he confirmed, and then he just no showed, said work came up on a Sunday.
He didn't call you or tell you or anything. He just didn't.
No, I drove all the way to McKinney. I was there. I was like, "Hey, I'm here." Text him, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, something came up with work." I'm like, "Oh my gosh."
Wow.
Yeah. So
So if you wouldn't have reached out to him, he wouldn't have said anything.
yeah. Mm.
God, I love those internet leads.
Oh,
All
so I
right.
don't know.
Well,
I'm gonna see if there's
good
any
though.
way to. I mean, I know I've got to go through the 6 months, but
And
I
that's
don't know.
from Matari. Okay.
Matari Media, yeah,
Interesting. Okay. So he's
yeah.
got a house to sell and he's a buyer.
Say that again.
He has a house to sell and he's a buyer.
No, he's just a buyer. He moved here from out of state, and is living in for a job transfer, living in a hotel really right now, and said his family's coming before school starts and needs a home before school starts. So I've
Hmm.
still followed up with him. He was out of town last week, last weekend, and he was going to be back in town it's next week. So he says he still needs a house and wants to look. So I'm going to try again.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Good, good. Well, it looks like you're busy. That's awesome. How much are you
Yes.
spending on the Zillow right now?
Like 650 a month.
Okay.
I
How's
was
that
spending.
going?
I mean, I haven't converted one this year yet. I had it at 1250 a month, and I dropped it down just because I am slow. Haven't had a lot of closings this year yet. Last 4 years it was great, except 2023 I lost money, but the 4 years before that I made money off of them.
Really?
So
Tell me what your process is. Is there something else you want to talk about or um
no,
uh,
I'm good to talk about that. Because I'm
I used to
contemplating
have a I
canceling
used
it.
to say that again.
I'm contemplating canceling Zillow altogether
Okay.
because I feel like
Um
I'm
where are your zip codes?
75098 Wiley.
So right there in your area.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. Do you know what percentage you have?
Yeah, I don't remember. It's a small percentage. I want to say it's like it was like 6, so maybe I'm down to like 3.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Hmm. Um, you said you got a Zillow lead recently?
Yeah, that's my listing appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's good.
I get that sale, then who would pay for this year's
Yeah.
lead
Um,
money?
how many leads are you getting per month about? Yeah.
I get 2 live transfers, and I'm usually able to convert at least one of those, um, if they're good ones, if
Hmm.
they're legit.
What when you get a live transfer, what's your process look like? Tell me how that typically goes.
So the live transfers, they already have a house they want to go look at.
Mhm.
So we set an appointment. I go meet them, and
Do you
you
talk
know,
to them on the phone? Do you talk to them
yeah,
for a minute?
talk to them on the phone.
What's your scripting look like? What do you say?
Um, so I mean, the main thing is to get them, get just confirm that appointment,
Mhm.
and talk to them about I'm in the Wiley area, know it very well. Um, been helping buyers for 25 years and would love to help them too. And
Are you going through all that while you're on the phone?
yeah,
Are
doing that on the
you
phone.
asking
And
are you asking about lenders? Have they been pre-qualified or any of that?
yes, yeah, finding out if they're pre-qualified. Offering my lenders to them if they're not. Most of them say that they're pre-qualified, but then you find out whether they are or not when you meet with them in person.
Right. So, on my team in Dallas, we used to do the same thing. I trained them, all the agents on the team and everything, pre-qualify them. Because I'd have agents that would complain. I drove all the way across town and went to show them this house. And They're not even pre-qualified. Their credit score is 500, something like that.
Yeah.
And I get it. So we fell into that trap, really, it is, of trying to pre-qualify and asking too many questions.
Yeah.
Zillow's new process here in Denver, where it's called Zillow Flex. You know about
Okay.
Flex? Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't have market-based pricing like you do in Dallas. I
Okay.
cannot, as an individual agent, go get Zillow leads right now. Can't do it.
Okay.
So what was happening was, you know how real estate agents are, not you, not me, but all those other ones, they're
Uh,
terrible. They don't call
yeah.
people back. They don't even pick up their phone. And then they say these leads suck, you know,
Yeah.
and they cancel. So it was a bad experience for Zillow, a bad experience for their customer, the end user,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a great experience for the real estate agent either. Um, but Zillow was still making money because they were paying, real estate agents were paying them for their leads.
Yeah.
Well, in Zillow's mind, if it's a bad experience for their end user, eventually they're going to stop using their website.
Right.
If it's a bad experience, right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
So what Zillow did was they're going to this flex model. You've probably heard about flex teams, Zillow Flex. Have you heard about that at all?
They're calling it what is it called? RPR here? Oh no, it is
Yeah.
Flex. You're right. Yeah. RTT, real time touring is what they're doing here now.
Well, so that's part of it, but
Okay.
again, here in Denver, and I have another coaching client in Charlotte, North Carolina. They are Zillow Flex area as well.
Okay.
So instead of working with 300 agents or 600 agents or something in Denver, they're only working with 22 teams.
Hmm.
Teams. The
Okay.
teams do not have to pay a monthly fee.
Wow.
No monthly fee, but we pay a referral fee of 40% at closing.
Oh wow.
So it's expensive, right?
Yeah.
But because Zillow doesn't have guaranteed revenue, they're only working with those top teams that have good CSAT scores and are
Yeah.
good at converting. Zillow has our thumb on us like this.
Okay.
I have a meeting every week with our Zillow rep on my team.
Okay.
He sends me like 8 spreadsheets, and each spreadsheet has like 5 different tabs across there. And he's drilling me every week. This person on your team, their conversion is only this. They are not using the script. I mean, they're
Okay.
strict. You've got to be
Gotcha.
on your game. They record every phone call, and they have AI giving you a score on your
Okay.
using that ALM script. Have you heard that?
Yeah.
It works.
Okay.
I used to do that same thing, like I said, like you were doing. I'd pre-qualify on the phone, and I taught my team to do that.
Yeah.
But when I got here and I got on the Zillow Flex and I went through their training, I started doing it their way, and I got to play the game by their rules. And my conversions have gone way up.
Hmm.
You're going to get burned a few times,
Yeah.
but you have to give the customer what they want. They're there to see a house.
Right.
They even if they think you're the listing agent, all those issues.
Right.
Everybody gets the same thing, but you ought to be closing about 1 out of 10. A good agent, and that's what Zillow expects, a 1 out of 10 closing.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you this because it's going to be coming that way before long, maybe
Okay.
the next couple of years. They're trying to just ramp it up. They're dialing in their systems in these other areas, and when they get it done, then they'll scale it everywhere.
Okay.
Um, Appointment, location, motivation, and then text. When
Yeah.
they want to see a house, I don't pre-qualify them on the phone anymore. I don't ask them if they've talked to a lender, anything.
Yeah.
Now that's why I asked you where your zip codes were, because it's a pain in
Yeah.
the butt, right? If it were in Flower Mound or
Y-
something,
Yeah.
in
No, I
Vidalia.
get to keep it close.
So don't just give them what they want. Yes, I'm just here to confirm that time is still good for you. Yep. Okay. See you at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Um, oh,
Oh.
by the way, then they
It's okay.
they want you to ask, right? But what was it about that property that caught your eye? I always act like I'm not in front of my computer so I can play dumb.
Okay.
And I say, yeah, this is Ray with Zillow Partner. I'm with One Home Colorado. Um, I see you want to see, 123 Main Street today at 2 o'clock. Is that time still good for you? Okay, cool. Hey, what was it about that property that caught your eye? Hey, are you the listing agent? No, I think that's one from my team, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not in front of my computer right now. So what was it about that property that caught your eye? I go right back to it.
Yeah.
I really want a big yard because I have a dog. Okay, cool. Have you, so what you're saying is you've got a dog and you really want something with a little bit of a yard, like you want a quarter of an acre, a third of an acre, okay? Oh yeah, no, just a third of an acre is fine. All right, well, have you seen any other properties in that area that you like? Yeah, there was another one right around the corner. Do you have that address? I could probably schedule that one too. Okay, cool. So I'm going to set us up for both, and as soon as I hang up here, I'm going to get those scheduled, and I'm going to send you a text. Again, my name is Ray Rice. Haha, just like the football player, but I'm not him. Ha 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 ha. They want you to say your name 3 times. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I'm going to text you as soon as we hang up when I get confirmation, and I'm also going to attach my V card in there so that you have all my contact information. Save that to your phone, and then if you have any questions about anything, just let me know. All right, I'll talk to you later, Vonda. Have a good day. See you too. And then we text them your
Gotcha.
V card and text them when you get confirmation. That is it. And then you establish rapport. We do this is not something from Zillow, but this is what we do on my team. We do 3 conversations. We call it the 3 conversations.
Okay.
The driveway conversation, the
Okay.
kitchen, the kitchen island conversation, and then the tailgate conversation.
Okay.
Okay. The driveway conversation. I have this in my hand. Ready, set, buy. This is our RSB. It's like a buyer presentation is all it is.
Okay.
Instead of, I used to bring folders, you know,
Yeah.
but now I print out for the very, if we're seeing 2 or 3 or 4 houses, whatever, I print out comps for the very first house.
Okay.
Only the first house, not the other ones.
Okay.
I'll print out I do just the quick comps for the neighborhood. I don't drill it down by square footage or any of that stuff.
Right.
Just if it's in a, Bella Lago subdivision, I'll print out everything in Bella Lago for the last 6 months. Just a quick CMA, not the pictures or any of that stuff. The
Okay.
one, the 1, 2, 3 page CMA, active, pending, sold, you
Right.
know. And then I print out the broker one page and the client one page. So I've got the broker one page for myself and the client one
Right.
page. So when I meet them, right, and I staple them together if we're looking at 2 or 3 for the client like that. And I put it inside of here. And I try to get there early to the first property, go flip on the lights, open the door and all that stuff. Then when they pull up, I walk out and I meet them in the driveway. Hey, my name is Ray. How you doing, Vonda? Good to meet you. And this is exactly what I do. Hey, Vonda. And I take my voice down. Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I work for you. Zillow matched me up with you for a reason. I don't know if you had a chance to look at my reviews or anything online, but Zillow matched us up together for a reason. I don't work for the sellers. Anything that we say will be held in strictest confidence. Okay. And I want you to just know I'm whispering because I always assume, and I'll look back towards the front door, always assume that there's a camera or somebody watching.
Yeah.
It's in almost every house nowadays. Okay. And they'll usually say, oh, yeah. Okay. Thanks for reminding me, Ray. And I'll say, you know what? It's okay to say, hey, Ray, I really like this one, but don't go, oh my gosh, Ray, this is awesome. I got to have it. Let's write an offer right now. Okay. Just keep that to us. Okay. We'll talk about it after we get out. But I've already gone in and I've turned on the lights and opened the doors and everything. So, I'm going to be close by, but if you have any questions, just holler. I'm going to try not follow you through every single room, but I'll be within earshot if you need anything. Okay. I got all the information. Here's your sheets. I have them stapled together, and then I've got a little bit of other information I want to go over to you. Once you kind of look through the house, we'll meet back at the kitchen island and go over that. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And then we go in, I open the
Yeah.
door, let them go in, follow them around a little bit. I try not to just stick right to their hip, where it's creepy.
Yeah.
But and then we'll get back to the when they're finished looking. I'll walk to them with, oh yeah, I really like this, and I always say, hey, Vonda, I good or bad, I don't know. I've been told bad and I've been told good, but I'll point out everything I see about a house for you. Okay, my job is to make sure you're well represented. I'm going to point out everything that I do not like and everything that I do like. Is that okay with you? Oh yeah, please, please. Okay, cool. I've been told I've talked myself out of sales before, but I just want you to know because one day in a couple of years you're going to say, Ray, I'm ready to sell this house and buy a bigger one, and I will say, remember when I told you about that bedroom upstairs? it's going to be tough to sell, one day when you resell, I'll make a joke like that.
Yeah.
And then, we'll walk around and then I'll meet back at the island and I have this with me. Vonda, how long has it been since you bought a house? Are you in a house right now? Yeah, we bought it 10 years ago. Oh, okay. So do you remember what the process is like? I can kind of walk through that for you if you like. And I always do this because they love it. Even if they're a brand new buyer or an old timer. I mean, if they just bought a house a year ago, then
Yeah.
maybe not. But especially first time home buyers, man, they have so many crazy questions in their head.
Yeah, they
And I
have no
walk
idea.
them through, I walk them through the timeline and I kind of walk them through this. And it doesn't really matter. I just got this and started using it. I used to just do all this from my head before.
Right.
But it's been a while since you bought a house. Or this is your first time home? Okay. So I are you curious about the process? Would you like for me to walk you through it? Oh yeah, that'd be great, Ray. They always say yes.
Yeah.
So whenever we find a house we like, um, I'm going to call the other agent and I'm gonna schmooze with them. I might even know them. I've been in the business a long time. Or I might even look them up on social media. Maybe they have dogs. I have dogs. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're from Texas and I'm from Texas. I'm gonna call them up and schmooze with them. I'm gonna find some kind of common ground. And what I've found, Bond, is when I start talking to them and I ask them questions, they just they'll tell you everything. It's kind of
Yeah.
funny, and it's kind of funny. It's amazing. They're probably not supposed to tell me all that stuff, but I ask and they'll talk. Um, but and so I'm trying to get a feel for what their motivation is because it's not
Yeah.
always about the highest price. Sometimes it's about terms. Um, so I'm going to talk to the agent. I'm going to kind of find out what's important to the sellers, and then I'm going to come back to you, and we're going to look at comps, and I'm going to go over all that information with you. We're going to come up with a pricing strategy. That makes sense? Yeah, yeah. Once we come up with that pricing strategy, then I'm gonna write up the offer and I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna go over the offer with you. And I'm gonna send it to you through email so you can e-sign it, or we can meet in person if you like, and I can go over it with you. But most people just like to, they just sign it through e-signature. Um, I'm going to send that to you, and then we'll send it over to the other. I'm going to present that offer to the other agent in the best possible light that I can. Sometimes I meet them in person. Sometimes I just do it over the phone. It depends on what they want. I'm going to present that offer, and then they will usually counter it, or they'll accept it as is, or they'll flat out reject it. One of those three things can happen. I think this is a really good offer. What we're going to probably send them over, but they'll most likely counter it, and then we usually just will go back and forth until we come to an agreement. Once we come to an agreement, we'll get the final offer signed, both on both parties. That's when the clock starts ticking. And from there, we have 48 hours to get this earnest money deposited. On this house, it's going to probably be about $5,000. It's usually about 1%, um, give or take a little bit. And you'll have to get that over the title company. You can wire that or you can drop it off in person with a personal check, however you want to do it. Then again, the clock starts ticking, and that is time is of the essence. At that point, I'm going to send you over a couple of inspectors that we use, and you're going to call them up, and you're going to hire one of them. You can hire whoever you want, but these are three that I've had really good luck with, and they do a really good job for my clients. They will hold your hand. They will walk through the entire house with you. Have you ever been through an inspection before? Okay, it's pretty detailed. Then we usually have about 7 to 10 days. It's all negotiable, but to get the house inspected, you can even have Aunt Sally come over and look at the house if you want to. And if she doesn't like it, we can walk away. At that point, within that first 7 days, if we want to walk away for any reason, we can. The only thing that you will lose will be that option. Do you still do the option period or do
Yeah.
you
Option
the
fee.
option fee?
Yeah. Hmm.
And that's what, like $500 now, 1,000, depending on whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I tell them about the option fee. So if we walk away and we can walk away, that's buying us that option fee check is usually $500 in this price range. That buys us the unrestricted right to terminate for any reason in those first 3 days. If Aunt Sally doesn't like the house, or if you wake up tomorrow and say, Ray, I'm nervous, I don't want to buy it, we can walk away. You're going to get your earnest money back, your 5,000, but you will lose that $500 option fee. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, cool. From there, once we go through inspections, then the inspector is going to go through it with a fine tooth comb. They're gonna look at everything behind the walls. We are writing our offer based on what we see, everything visual, but we can't see what's going on behind the walls. The inspectors are going to check that stuff for us. And we're looking for fire, flood, or blood. I kind of go through that real quickly with them, but because
Yeah.
it's not really time yet. Um, and then, if we find something, if the inspector finds something that just really, really, really scares us, we can walk away again. Okay. As long as we're within that time frame. Um, Anything past that point, though, now there's still other ways that we could back out of the contract, but you would be at risk of losing your earnest money as well. Now, once we get to the closing, which would be that closing date that we negotiated. Now, once we get to the closing table, they're going to give you a credit back for your earnest money and your option fee. Oh, okay. So that goes towards your closing costs. That's right. That's right. They always ask, so that goes towards my closing costs? Yes. So any questions about that? No, that's pretty good, right? Man, you just see their faces go, because
Oh,
they have so many crazy thoughts. Can I
yeah.
sell and buy? Do I have to move out of my house and move into like an extended stay hotel or something for a few days before the money clears, and then I can close on this one? No, no, we can do all that in the same day. I mean, they have all kind of crazy thoughts.
Yeah.
It takes a little time, but when you walk through that, they're just so relieved. And that right there usually endears them to you.
Right. Let
So
them know you
then,
know.
so that's the kitchen table.
Mhm.
Then when we walk out and I'm locking the doors and turn all the lights off behind us and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna meet you over at the next house. We'll go over there. And then I call it the tailgate conversation, right? It's because it's the end, like the
Yeah.
tailgate of your truck. Um, it's always next steps. Okay, Vonda, so you told me you like this one. This one was a 7.5 out of 10, and that first one was only a 5. Okay, cool. You really want something with a little bit bigger of a yard and an extra car garage, whatever. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna get back to my home office. I'm gonna send you some more listings that match that criteria exactly. Oh, and also I'm gonna go into Zillow and we are now connected. So if you request another showing in Zillow, it's gonna come straight to me and I'll get it scheduled for you and we'll go right there. Sound good? Okay, cool.
Cool.
That's really my process. So the tailgate conversation is just next steps.
Yeah.
Never end it just with nothing, always a next step.
Right.
So when I started doing that though, the the ALM script and nothing else, no pre-qualifying, do not ask them their credit scores, if they've talked to a lender, nothing.
Yeah.
You
Until
you
you're in
might
front.
you might
Yeah.
shoot yourself in the foot a couple of times
Sure.
by going on an appointment that was a waste of time,
Yeah.
but more times than not, when you start asking qualifying questions, the
Yeah.
customer does that. Their walls go up
Yeah.
and they start getting nervous. And they might be 2 or 3 months out. Hopefully we're writing a contract for them that same weekend, right? But
Yeah.
but they could be 2 or 3 months out. And if you scare them off,
Yeah.
you know, they are going to go to their Aunt Sally. And
Yeah.
you didn't have a chance to walk through this and gain that rapport and earn their trust.
Right. But then you ask them about the qualifying while you're showing the
Yeah, yeah,
houses before. Yeah.
absolutely. When
Yeah.
when they when they open up and they start talking and
Yeah.
say, "Hey, have you guys had a chance to talk with the lender yet?"
Yeah.
One of those spreadsheets, big time, that we are Zillow Home Loans. Zillow is now in the lending business. I don't know if you knew that or not, but
Yeah.
one of our biggest things the biggest thing we are being judged on is our Zillow home loan transfers.
No.
It's
Wow.
called they call it the engaged to transfer rate. Engaged meaning we transferred their contact information to a Zillow loan officer and they engaged with them, meaning they had at least a 2-minute conversation with the loan officer. They don't
Okay.
have to use a loan officer, but if they
Okay.
they want them to have at least a 2-minute talk,
Okay.
give them a chance.
Yeah.
Their rates are good. Their closings, they guarantee to close it within 21 days if that's what
Okay.
you want. And if they don't, they'll give your client it's like $3,000 back.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's for Flex. If you want to be on Flex, you've got to be transferring people to their Zillow lender.
Okay.
Or they will take you off of Flex. You
Gotcha.
know, it's a privilege to be on Flex, and they understand that it's not they can't do every deal, right?
Right.
But they want a shot
Okay.
at every deal. If it's a lead that comes from Zillow and you're not paying for that lead, you're paying a referral fee now,
Right.
right? They want a shot at it.
Gotcha.
I highly recommend you do that. And I would even recommend it on your other lead sources as well.
Okay.
As long as it's, if it's over in, I don't know, shit, uh, Fort Worth or something,
Yeah.
pre-qualify them by all
Right.
means. I
Right.
would.
Yeah. That's a long way to go.
Yeah, it's too far to drive, and I
Yeah.
get it. I totally get it. But so yeah, we are highly judged, and I would not recommend dropping Zillow. If I were
Okay.
Yvonne, I would think about. I hate Zillow. I do because they killed my
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
When I first got started in real estate, I used to generate a ton of leads online for free.
Yeah.
Now the national portals took that away from me.
Yeah.
I love those free leads. Man, it was great. I worked hard to get my
Yeah.
website to do that stuff, but I say free. I mean, I took a lot of hard work, but
Yeah.
once it started rolling, it was rolling.
Yeah.
So I would go deeper if I were you. And if you can get
Okay.
more Wiley's impressions, I would do Wiley right there where you are.
Right.
It's a good area. It's Zillow is not going away. Love them or hate them, and I hate them.
Yeah.
I partner with them, because I can't beat them.
Yeah. Like I said, it's been really good. It's just been slow the last year and a half so far. So I need to convert one to get my money back.
Do you
One plus.
understand why? Do you understand why Zillow leads are better than other leads?
Why do you think?
Well, I really know because of my experience. But you have a funnel, right? And people, when you like, I have a website. You have a website, don't you? When people
Yeah.
land on your website and they probably look at two or three houses, it makes them register.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When people first start thinking about moving, they usually know a couple of years ahead of time.
Yeah.
Usually about 2 years. Um, they're having a thought of moving, and the fun part is not selling their house; it's buying the next one, right? So they
Yeah.
go online, and they start looking. I'm going to be relocating to Dallas. I wonder what kind of house I could get in Dallas for this money. And they just start looking around. And
Yeah.
if they land on your website and it forces them to register, that's when they put in Mickey Mouse at DonaldDuck.com,
Yeah.
555
Yeah.
because they're not ready to talk to an agent.
Yeah.
But they can look on Zillow all day long, all they want, and without registering as much as
Right.
they want. And when they are ready to talk to an agent, that's when they raise their hand and they
Yeah.
schedule a showing online or live transfer.
Yeah.
Um, it's a good, beautiful thing, right? That's why Zillow's website ranks so well because all those people are just on there searching all day long. Google thinks, wow, this website is awesome because they've got so much activity.
Yeah.
Activity breeds more and more and more activity.
Yeah.
Their website's not going away. They aren't going away.
Yeah.
I like being a partner with Zillow, especially through this NAR stuff, because Zillow has their own processes that are going to be coming out. Zillow
Right.
makes money by you and me helping their clients on the website buy houses. Zillow has not figured out the seller leads system yet.
No.
Zillow makes their money from buyer leads.
Buyers. Yeah.
So they're going to figure it out. That part is not going to go away. They've got deep,
Yeah.
deep pockets. They will figure it out. And they've got that new where they're wanting people to sign. I haven't seen it yet, but I know they're working on it. I don't know if you've heard about it. The 7-day buyer agreement.
Okay. Through Zillow.
They they're going to be they're going to be setting it up for us where
Okay.
the clients will know they have to sign this buyer agreement 7 days.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you thought we'd start just using that short form for one
Yeah.
day to show that one house or, how that would work. But yeah, so Zillow's gonna come up with something on their own.
And Zillow is so strong. People have so much confidence. There's a lot of trust built in Zillow with the public.
Yeah.
I hate them. You probably hate them, but
Yeah.
right. But the public does not. They like them.
Right. They're
Uh,
going there. So
so when I say my name's Ray Rice, I'm a Zillow partner. A little bit of trust built in right there.
okay.
So those are
Cool.
all good scripts. That was a good lesson, I think. Hopefully you
Yeah.
learned some.
Yeah. No, I definitely got some good stuff out of that I can use for sure.
Well, good. I'm tired of
Yeah,
talking
for
now.
sure.
But
Did
I
you
think
say
it's
you
important. Really is important.
Did you say you looked at that the Flex CRM? I know you looked around on it a little bit for me.
Yeah, I was impressed. Didn't I send
Okay.
you a message saying I was impressed, or was that
Yeah.
Moxie?
No,
But
you
yeah.
did. Yeah.
One of my other coaching clients has Moxie, and I was pretty impressed with that one too.
Okay.
I like how Flex reminded me a lot of Infusionsoft, which was my favorite CRM I ever used. It was very powerful.
Okay.
The way you build the campaigns and follow-up plans with
Okay.
the little structure, where you could tee off and go in different directions.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I gotta learn more about that one. I gotta find time to learn more about that one.
Yeah. Okay. So why don't you next time, our next call, why don't you put it on your coaching form to let's talk about building out your sphere and gear plan?
Okay.
You
In
watched that video,
Flex.
right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
You liked it?
I did.
Don't lie
Yeah.
to me. Tell me the
No, I
truth.
did. Yeah.
Okay. It's easy touches, right?
Yeah.
And we
Good
can always tweak
touches.
it. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but
Right.
I think it should be, but
Yeah.
up to you. Are you using HomeBot?
No, I did write that down to start getting the neighborhood reports for my sphere, but I haven't started using it yet.
Yeah, sign up for HomeBot. It's only 24
Okay.
bucks a month. It's
Okay.
very good. Jason and Kimberly Lang, I loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
The open rates are through the roof. I've never seen anything get as high open rates as HomeBot
Okay.
in the emails. Um, and start putting your clients on there now. I mean, that'll be part of your sphere and gear plan, but you
Right.
start doing that now. But let's dig into building it out in your flex.
Okay. We'll do that
So
next time.
if that's good for you.
Yeah. No, that works for me.
To me, that's what I would do if I were you. But
Yes.
you're the boss, I'm the expert.
Okay.
I will do what you say, but just like what you said on listening farmer, right? You're the boss, but I'm the expert. I know what works and I can show you what works, but I'm going to ultimately do what you say. If you want to list it at this price, okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you as an expert,
Yeah.
that's not the right price.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else, Wanda?
Um, no, I think
We're
that's
over.
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully you got value. I'm glad you are picking up. My last client I just got off the phone with, it's been 6 months since they've had a transaction. Husband and wife, they moved from Maui to Florida
Oh yeah.
because of the fires.
Yeah.
And they've been doing videos, they've been doing geofarming, and they just started getting some traction. They had 2 listing appointments, and videos are taking off. People are watching them and calling them from their farming stuff.
Good.
So, and you're busy. So far,
Yes.
been 2 good coaching calls, good days so far.
Good. Keep it going.
No, that's what I'd like to see, right? Are we getting into the middle of summer here? It always dies off. People start going on vacations and stuff, and then it starts
Yeah.
picking back up, and we'll see. Good.
Sounds good.
Bye, girl.
All right.
Have a great
Have a
day.
good week.
Let me
You
know if you
too.
need anything.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.